But father, that land is dry and lifeless. How am I going to survive there? Why are you doing this to me?
Listen carefully to this story. He gave the worst piece of land to his daughter, but that decision would become the greatest regret of his life. On a huge ranch lived Don Tomas, a powerful man, owner of vast lands, cattle, and large coffee plantations. With the years weighing on his shoulders, he decided to gather his 3 children to announce how he would divide all his fortune. Mauricio, my oldest son, you will keep the lands to the east. That is where the most productive coffee plantations are, a wealth that never ends. Juan, my youngest son, the northern fields will be yours. That is where the large herds of cattle are, a constant source of money. Then he slowly turned his gaze to his only daughter, the middle child, Rosalia. And for you, the lands to the south. Rosalia lifted her eyes, confused. But father, that soil is dry, dead. How will I survive there? Among the 3 siblings, only Rosalia was married. Her husband, Manuel, was fighting aggressive cancer, and Don Tomas had never accepted that man, a simple farmer, never worthy of this family. And coldly he declared, the decision has already been made. Mauricio, the oldest, let out a mocking laugh. Good luck with that broken piece of land, sister. Juan, the youngest, pretended to feel uncomfortable, but he didn't say a single word to defend her. So there were only Rosalia and Manuel, hurt by the injustice, but united. Days passed. On a hot summer afternoon, Rosalia decided to go see the land that now belonged to her. She got into her old pickup truck, the last gift her mother had given her before she died, and took Manuel with her. The road was long, dusty, and full of bumps. When they finally arrived, Rosalia stopped the vehicle and remained silent. The place was worse than she remembered. Broken rocks everywhere, dry soil, the sun beating down mercilessly on a completely dead landscape. There were no signs of life. Manuel, holding his head now bald from the treatments, took a deep breath. My love, do you really think we can move forward here? Rosalia looked at the horizon, wiped the sweat from her forehead, and answered with determination, I don't know how, but we're going to make it. Suddenly, while walking across that barren land, something made her stop. A soft voice, distant, almost like a whisper carried by the wind. My daughter. Rosalia froze. She looked around. There was no one. Who could be calling her in the middle of that desert of stone? Right down below, the rejected daughter, because what Rosalia is about to discover in that place will change this story forever. And remember something, life always turns, and no one escapes the turns it decides to take.
But father, that land is dry and lifeless. How am I going to survive there? Why are you doing this to me?
Listen carefully to this story. He gave the worst piece of land to his daughter, but that decision would become